Welcome back to Wainsider, where we dive deep into the heart of the WWE Universe, uncovering the raw emotions and untold stories that shape the drama in the squared circle. Tonight, we're grappling with a storyline that's left fans reeling. Becky Lyinch, the man, has filed for a restraining order against her husband, Seth Rollins, following a shocking incident that's turned their personal and professional lives upside down. This isn't just a plot twist, it's a devastating fracture in one of WWE's most iconic partnerships, and we're here to unpack its connection to the Bloodline's turbulent legacy. Now, let's turn to Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins, a couple whose love story has been as captivating as their in-ring careers. Becky, the man, built her legacy on defiance, breaking barriers with every punch. Seth, the visionary, matched her fire with his own relentless ambition, their partnership a beacon of strength in WWE. Together, they were unstoppable, balancing their personal bond with professional rivalry, often stealing the show with their chemistry. But their connection to the Bloodline, particularly Roman, was always fraught, rooted in years of epic clashes. Seth's battles with Roman were more than matches, they were personal. Each encounter was a clash of ideologies, Seth's individualism against the Bloodline's collective might. Those rivalries made Seth a target, his defiance a thorn in the side of Roman's empire. Becky, too, had her own history with the Bloodline, her fierce independence clashing with their demand for submission. The tension between these powerhouses set the stage for a moment that would shatter everything. Please like, share and subscribe for more WWE content. The incident that changed it all unfolded at Saturday night's main event, but the build-up was subtle, almost invisible. Seth was scheduled for a high-stakes match against Bronson Reed, a brutal showdown that had the crowd buzzing. Becky was backstage, watching the monitors, her heart swelling with pride as Seth dazzled with his signature flair. The match was a war, each move a testament to Seth's resilience. But then, something felt off, a shift in the air, a shadow moving just out of frame. Backstage, the mood was tense. Whispers circulated among the crew, hints of unease that no one could quite place. Becky, focused on Seth's match, didn't notice the undercurrent of chaos brewing. The Bloodline, as always, loomed large, their presence a constant reminder of their grip on WWE. Solo Sikoa, in particular, had been acting differently, his usual stoicism replaced by a restless energy. The stage was set for a moment that would change the course of history. Halfway through the match, the unthinkable happened. As Seth launched himself off the top rope, a figure emerged from the crowd, Solo Sikoa, flanked by Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga. The attack was swift, brutal, and targeted. A steel chair crashed against Seth's back, sending him crumpling to the mat. The crowd erupted in shock, boos raining down as Solo stood over Seth, his face unreadable. The referee called for the bell, but the damage was done. Seth was left writhing, and Becky's world began to unravel. The revelation that followed was even more shocking. The attack wasn't just a professional hit, it was personal. Sources close to Wainsider revealed that Seth, in a moment of desperation, had been manipulated by Solo's mind games, pushed to a breaking point that led to a confrontation with Becky backstage. In a fit of rage, fueled by pain and betrayal, Seth lashed out at Becky, an act so out of character it left the locker room stunned. This wasn't the Seth Rollins fans knew, it was a man broken by the Bloodline's cruelty. Becky's response was immediate and heartbreaking. The woman who'd faced every challenge head-on was forced to protect herself, filing for a restraining order against the man she loved. The legal documents, leaked to the press, painted a picture of a relationship fractured by external forces. Becky's tears were caught on camera, a rare glimpse of the man's vulnerability. The WWE Universe watched, hearts heavy, as their power couple crumbled under the weight of the Bloodline's machinations. The attack's aftermath sent shockwaves through WWE. The locker room was divided, with some rallying behind Becky and others questioning Seth's actions. Cody Rhodes, a longtime ally of Seth's, spoke out, his voice thick with disappointment. Even Roman Reigns, the architect of the Bloodline, seemed rattled, his usual confidence shaken by Solo's rogue actions. Was this what his empire had become, a force so ruthless it could destroy a marriage? Backstage whispers painted a complex picture. Some claimed Solo acted alone, driven by a need to assert his dominance and step out of Roman's shadow. Others suggested Roman's silence was complicity, a way to let Solo take the fall while preserving the tribal chief's image. Jey Uso, already estranged from the group, was reportedly livid, his loyalty to the family now a distant memory. Jimmy, torn between his brother and his cousin, faced a choice that could define his future. The attack on Seth was a calculated move, but its ripple effects were uncontrollable. Solo's actions weren't just about eliminating a rival, they were a power grab, a signal that he was ready to lead. But in targeting Seth, he inadvertently broke Becky, igniting a fire that could burn the bloodline to the ground. The WWE Universe buzzed with speculation. Would Becky return to the ring, seeking vengeance? Would Seth, once recovered, confront the demons that led to his outburst? The emotional toll on Becky was profound. The man, known for her unyielding strength, was now navigating a public and personal crisis. Backstage, she was seen clutching Seth's scarf, a symbol of their shared history, as she grappled with grief and betrayal. Her restraining order wasn't just a legal move, it was a boundary drawn in pain, a way to protect her heart from further damage. Fans, who'd cheered her through every triumph, now mourned with her, their support a lifeline in her darkest hour. For the bloodline, the attack exposed the fragility of their empire. Roman's leadership, once unquestioned, now faced scrutiny. Solo's ambition had crossed a line, turning allies into enemies. Jay's silence hinted at a rebellion, while Jimmy's indecision left the family fractured. Even Sami Zayn, the heart of the group, seemed lost, his loyalty tested by the chaos. The bloodline's legacy, built on power and unity, was now tainted by division and distrust. The WWE Universe is still processing the fallout. Fans on social media are torn, some defending Seth's actions as a moment of weakness, others standing firmly with Becky. The hashtag #BeckyBloodline trended worldwide, a testament to the story's grip on the audience. Backstage, the tension is palpable, with wrestlers choosing sides and alliances shifting. Paul Heyman, the mastermind behind the bloodline, has been uncharacteristically quiet, his usual bravado replaced by caution. What does this mean for the bloodline's legacy? Once a symbol of unbreakable family ties, they're now a cautionary tale of what happens when power consumes loyalty. Roman's reign, still intact, feels hollow, overshadowed by the chaos Solo unleashed. The Usos' tag team dominance is at risk, with Jay's departure seeming inevitable. Sami's role as the honorary Uso hangs by a thread, and Solo's rise has come at the cost of the family's soul. For Becky, the road ahead is one of resilience. The restraining order is a step toward healing, but the fire in her eyes suggests she's far from done. Rumors swirl of a potential showdown with Solo, a match that could redefine her legacy. The man has always thrived in the face of adversity, and this betrayal may fuel her greatest comeback yet. But the scars, both emotional and professional, will linger, a reminder of the cost of crossing the bloodline. The attack has also raised questions about Seth's future. Once the visionary, he's now a man grappling with his own actions, manipulated by the bloodline's mind games. Will he seek redemption, or will he spiral further into the darkness Solo created? The WWE Universe waits, torn between sympathy and judgment, as Seth's story takes a tragic turn. His legacy, like the bloodlines, is at a crossroads. The betrayal at the heart of this story isn't just about Seth and Becky, it's about the bloodline itself. The family's foundation was built on trust, on the idea that blood would always prevail. But Solo's actions shattered that illusion, exposing the resentment that had festered for years. Roman trusted his family to uphold his vision, but Solo's ambition rewrote the script. Jay trusted the family to have his back, but now he stands alone. Becky trusted Seth, but the bloodline's influence broke that bond. The blood that once united the bloodline is now a symbol of their fracture. Blood, meant to signify loyalty, has become a mark of betrayal. The attack on Seth wasn't just a physical assault, it was a dismantling of trust, a wound that cuts deeper than any chair shot. The WWE Universe feels that wound, too, as they mourn the loss of a power couple and question the family that tore them apart. This tragedy has changed WWE forever. Becky Lynch stands at a crossroads, her heart broken but her spirit unbroken. The bloodline, once an unstoppable force, faces an uncertain future, their legacy tainted by their own actions. The restraining order, the attack, the whispers, they're all part of a larger story, one of power, pressure, and the cost of ambition. The WWE Universe will keep watching, waiting for the next twist in this saga of heartbreak and redemption. As we close this deep dive, we're left with a reflection on betrayal. In WWE, trust is a fragile thing, easily shattered by the pursuit of glory. The Bloodline's story is a reminder that power, without loyalty, is a hollow crown. Becky's pain, Seth's fall, and the family's unraveling are all tied to that truth. Blood may bind, but it can also break, and in the world of WWE, those breaks leave scars that tell the story of a legacy forever changed. Thank you for joining us on Wainsider for this emotional journey. The saga of Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins, and the Bloodline is far from over, and we'll be here to cover every moment. Until next time, keep your eyes on the ring, where trust is tested, and betrayal is never far behind.